everybody. We are back again. Here is Miska Chaska with a new Astro podcast for the new moon in Aquarius. We welcome you here with my dear friends and amazing astrologer Robert Green again. Welcome, Robert. How are you doing today?
I'm very good, thanks, Mishka. I'm delighted to be back for this new moon in Aquarius and talk about what's happening currently there and how it might affect us and the life around us. Yeah, so great to be doing it, and we've had really nice feedback from people that they appreciate what we're doing.
So yes, thank you so much connecting with us from your heart, and thank you so much for the comments as well and subscribing to our channel. And the one who are new today listening us, we are sharing wisdom about Astro, soul mapping, healing wisdom, bringing in new tools forward, and also about how to co-create a new life. Based on the astrology wisdom and also the new moon today, and we also do a full moon as well, and also that you can join rituals. When we join rituals, we change literally our lives as we bring the offering forward. And you can subscribe to our channel, then we can create more and more. So when we have more followers, I would say, we can create even the live videos for you, and we can sustain ourselves this way. So remembering subscribing our channel below, and also send us a new comments. And also, how is this new moon for you? How is that spring coming up? I know in some country it's like the more autumn, isn't it? And somewhere it's still lots of snow. But here in Ireland, we are welcoming spring on the 1st of February with the also Sun Bridget celebration, and it's exactly a new moon. And now I will give a word to dear friend Robert Green to share more with us what is happening with this new moon in Aquarius. Thank you.
Thanks, Mishka. So, yeah, the new moon in Aquarius, the Aquarian energy is all about revolution, change, freedom, breaking away from old patterns. And yeah, it's very much the Kundalini, the life force is represented through Aquarius, the planet, the ruling planet is Uranus. So what can we expect from this current new moon in Aquarius coming up on Monday? I think it's a great chance to ask ourselves the question, what changes can we make at this time, especially in terms of our personal freedom and in relationship to what is good for all. And so that brings in things like our community, the society in which we live in, and how can we live more freely within that, but at the same time looking at what is good for our society, what is good for our community that we have around us, our friends. So we have been in this phase for a while, I think, with the Uranus Saturn square. We see in society these questions of personal freedom and how to live well with a healthy community, and obviously there's quite challenging. So I think this new moon is going to bring that challenge into a very personal realm for us. If it hasn't been already, it's a really good time to try and resolve some of the conflicts around those issues that we might have been experiencing. This is a chance to really make some changes, shift, maybe release old ways of thinking and doing and try new ways. Of course, some experimentation doesn't always work out, but it is a pathway forward. I think that the pathway forward is very much to work what direction are the change do we want. So that is for me, I think, very much looking at my heart. What does my heart desire in terms of the direction for me in my personal choices, but also what does my heart desire for the benefit of all? What can we share that's common as a group, as a society, which is beneficial to all? And what can we agree to that's definitely beneficial to all? So I think those things are definitely highlighted in this full moon. So new moon is an opportunity for a new beginning. It's the start of a new cycle, a fresh beginning, and also a chance to become free of past patterns of behavior. Now, Uranus is all about breaking free of the past and breaking free of things which perhaps were healthy some time ago, but have now become oppressive. So what is oppressing us? What is not allowing us to live freely? Those are good questions to ask ourselves. So new ideas, a fresh outlook, trying something different, possibly experimenting outside of our own norms, but also maybe experimenting outside of the norms of our society or within our community or our peer group. And this can be challenging if we suddenly start to think or behave in ways which are new. Sometimes it doesn't go down too well. So this is often the difficult part with the Uranus energy. We may be perceived as being a little bit wild or crazy, or people don't understand us, or we might perceive others as being a bit wild or crazy, or we don't understand what they're doing. But Uranus is asking for openness and to try and understand what's happening through our heart, not so much through our intellect, because our intellect can't always understand things that it's never come across before. So we have to use the wisdom in our heart to try and understand things. And then the intellect can catch up later. So that's a bit of what I felt about the new moon in Aquarius at this time.
Yeah, thank you. And it's again full of wisdom, full of new experiment for some, for some people, new awakening again, isn't it? Because the Aquarius energy brings lots of deep awakening from the roots, and it's connecting us with our higher spirituality, with our higher self as well, and how to not bring it through the brain, isn't it, cerebrum, but actually through our heart, instead of like pushing it here, as you're mentioning. And also it is like emotional time, with the new energy of the moon. The moon is emotions, it's expressions of our emotions. And sometimes we feel more like to be hidden on a new moon, well, when we're going through so many deep transformations, self-transformation and transformation in our own civilization on the earth right now, and earth itself. So we want to come out, but I think we have an opportunity to come out. Like, I feel like it's all about like letting go of the old perceptions, and also feeling shy or guilty, all that old habits of like being seen or coming out who you truly are, and I feel that's what the Aquarius challenge is, like actually like I want to really be myself, but how to do it, and would I be really accepted in society the way I express myself and feel, and and in many ways, as a female or male or both, like on different theories and wisdom and spirituality, and Aquarius energy is really strong on this level, and I feel we have all of us opportunity to come out right now, and we have the support of the other alignments of the stars and planets, and it's this coming into the new beginnings and new life this year. I really feel, let's all come out, let's all stand up for what we really believe in positively, let's see the truth in the world. Let's bring this into alignment, into Aini. We speak that from our shamanic tradition, bring things into harmony. And when we will be hiding too much, it's actually it's fine when we go into the cave time, when we reflect and we find ourselves, but like hiding, it's actually not so healthy. It's not healthy even like for the heart, not for the mind as well. You know, and I feel right now it's our opportunity to come out of the cave, come out and shine, be the star like you see it behind me, medicine of light, beautiful star energy. You know, it's like keep the shine out, be the shining star this time of this new moon. Also setting up a new beautiful intention and new manifestation. Wonderful. And what else is out there on the planetary scale? What else is there playing, dancing?
Well, we have the planet Saturn is joining the new moon in Aquarius, and obviously the sun is right there because it's a new moon. The sun and moon in the same place, and so is Saturn. So Saturn brings quite a sobering effect to the new moon, and it's challenging us to be practical, to be down to earth, and to be realistic. So I feel that Saturn is demanding a practical, focused approach. So it's asking us, you know, with the Uranus there, and Uranus is making a square aspect to the new moon. So it's a real challenge then. Saturn is kind of saying, okay, you're gonna make changes, or you want to make changes, you need to make changes. But Saturn's going to say, well, you know, if you want to experiment, these experiments need to work out. So you need to make plans. You need to test out these new ideas. Do they actually work in everyday use? Are they really practical? Because some of the ideas from Uranus, sometimes they don't work out. It means that we are open to change. But so Saturn's saying, well, which ones are the actual real changes that will work out? So it's asking us to be grounded and practical about it. It's also asking us to look at, so what could be blocking us from going for new change? Because Saturn represents the past, the old structures, what has been holding us up in the past. So it's asking us to go, is any of that old structure blocking us from making new change? And if it is, then Saturn will say, look, well, it's time for this old stuff to go then. It's the stuff that needs to be removed, pruned out, to allow the room for the new changes that Uranus is trying to bring in. So it's quite a challenging thing. And we can see that on a personal level, we can see it within society. A lot of this is going on at the moment.
Yes.
Also, Chiron is making a challenging aspect to Mars and Venus, which are very close together in the sign of Capricorn at the moment. So Chiron tries to sensitize us to where we've been hurt before, or where there might be a wounding. So Mars and Venus represent relationships, our desire and what we attract. They also represent sexual relationships and our own sexuality. So Chiron brings up the awareness how we may have been hurt in the past around our sexuality in relationships, especially in terms of what society would expect from us in terms of our relationship status, and what society would expect from us in terms of our sexual expression. So this is quite common that many people get wounded about what society would expect, but depending on, like, who am I really? You know, what is my idea of healthy relationship and a healthy sexual expression for me? And has it been wounded? So that awareness is there. It can make us feel a bit tender, a bit raw if things come up around that. But it really is a chance to notice it. Because again, wounds that are not, if we're not aware of them, they can cause blockage for our energy. We can become more unhealthy and more sick if we don't tune into them. So really, there's no need to fear these things. They are really giving us an opportunity to clear away wounds which will be blocking us. And with all the Uranian energy around, Uranus pushes hard at blocks. So I do feel that people are more likely to have, you know, difficult things in terms of their physical and mental health coming up. But I think the most positive way to look at these things are their opportunities. There's a lot of pressure at the moment, I think, for us to to unblock ourselves and to heal. It feels like the energies are quickening and quickening. There's more growth available, but we have to do the work. So I feel that this is an opportunity to do work, and work sometimes is tough and not always easy, but the benefits can be wonderful.
Yes, it's really speeding up right now, and definitely I've been seeing it in, also for my own self and my clients this month. It's been really another powerful, since the full moon, much deep healing on a collective level, releasing all the old traumas, which they're still happening, and this century, how they're leading into today world as well, what the energies are still leaking in, what we still seeing being repeating, as well on a different scales, and how we can actually shift that from within and our own self, how we can stop being the victims of this, collective, and how we can heal that. So this is the really beautiful opportunity on this level. And also with the sexuality, how we can come out with the true self and to feel comfortable, isn't it? And it is, many people are going through this as well, like also teenagers, in this time at the spring as well, and stepping into initiation of being men and women, and then also, asking their questions, who I am, what I want to be, and also what is my sexuality, what I'm attracted to, So it is a really big springtime in this moment as well. And I could see that also for the parents, holding space for these children. I think it's super important that there is a support for teenagers, for children right now. And if anybody is a parent and listening our podcast today, and it kind of resonates with you, maybe take a moment with your girl or boy at home, give them some space to express what they really feel, and talk to them about education, about sexuality as well, and about the man and woman thing, and physiologically as well, emotionally, hear them out, be there for them as well. I feel that's a very important right now as well, because we are building new society, we're building, they are the ones that will come after us, we say, they're the children of our children coming forward, and we want really healthy society, There's been so much wounded, traumatic experiences through sexuality for many, who are in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and they are still healing on it. I have clients who are also, they're 75 and they never told anyone. Imagine these years were holding this inside. If they were, had any sexual abuse happening to them, traumatic experience, or even like confusion about themselves, if they're attracted to men or women, And so it is a great opportunity to release, to come out, to actually even find somebody who can support your journey on this level, you can trust, and you can talk to, that somebody can witness you, and then you can really establish yourself according that. So I really feel it's a special energy on this level as well. And also for all the women who were maybe feeling suppressed and feeling tensions, and also during this time of lots of women is also pregnant, it's a springtime. So I really feel this is an invitation, and we do have the support from the cosmic mother, from the divine, from the Mother Earth, from the angels to go through this. We have that support right now, and it's a beautiful, loving support. And there is so many beautiful people out there you can connect to, you can talk to, you can feel coming home with your issue dealing with right now. Yes, and also I wanted to say that we're doing a gorgeous ritual on the new moon, and it's also Sun Bridget's Day, which is the welcoming of the spring and the blessing of the fire and the waters for us as humans, for animals as well. And it's gonna be very beautiful and healing experience again, like the last full moon was very powerful. And this time will be happening on Tuesday at 7 o'clock Irish time. So if anybody's interested, you can connect with me through my website. There is more details. You can book yourself in, or if you know someone will be benefit from this work, from this experience, also to be heard. You know, the first part we talk, we share from our hearts, or we sit in the presence as well, and then we do our offerings and ritual, and there is also a beautiful healing journey. So I wanted to share this with you as we're talking about healing work, and I will give the word back to Robert. Is there anything else we can share with our listeners today?
Yeah, so Pluto is making a conjunction with the planet Mercury in the sign of Capricorn. Now, Pluto conjunct Mercury certainly could bring up disagreements and fights, and there is the potential we can see in the world at the moment. There is a lot of tension in some countries, and with threats of war and conflict going on at this time. So that kind of represents that. And you know, Pluto Mercury conjunction could break down into power struggles and disagreement about who thinks what, who said what, and break down into an awful fight. But it also has the power to transform in terms of releasing. Mercury is about what we think and what we believe about, you know, current information, current situation. When Pluto is there, it suggests that it's likely that new information is not new information, information that's been occluded or kept secret, or information that will be uncovered, or lies that have been told in the past will be revealed. So Pluto is the revealer. It takes, it lifts the covers off and shows what's really going on deep down. So it reveals people's true motives. So in a way, that's good, but it's quite a tricky energy. On a personal level, it can mean that if we are getting into a difficult, you know, heavy argument with somebody, maybe we need to try and look at what's really going on. We might be fighting over something that seems quite trivial, but we maybe need to ask ourselves, well, why are we really fighting? What's the really underlying tension here if you're in a conflict with another person? Because often it's not about the thing that you're actually talking about. There's something else. And often it can be fear, it can be power, it can be something from the past which is haunting you. Something is coming up for you and the other person. So Pluto gives the opportunity to be real, but that means to be really honest and go, oh, actually, I'm feeling stimulated by something here. I'm feeling very emotional about our communication, and to try and think it through, we may need to step back for a while and really deeply reflect on what's really going on, and come back with a very open and true representation of what's going on. And sometimes it might be that what we thought, what we were thinking was going on is not actually what's going on. So Pluto is asking us to relate to each other in a much deeper way, to look beyond what we see and the superficial, what we thought about a situation or a person, and to look deeper. So that can be difficult, but it can be very powerful and very revealing. And it's possible it means that conflicts that occur between us can actually lead us to a deeper connection with that person if we can work through them in a very honest and open way. So that's that. And then lastly, we have Uranus and Jupiter are making very positive aspect to the Mars Venus planets at the moment. So what that means is that Uranus are bringing very positive aspects for change and growth, especially in terms of relationships, sexuality, our desires, and our relationships with money and the material world. So Uranus is offering change and revolution in the area of sexuality, relationships, and Jupiter wants to bring us growth and abundance. So they're really two very positive energies. So we talked about the difficult stuff that was going on, the challenging side, and at the same time, Uranus and Jupiter are trying to feed growth and feed positive change. So I think that the opportunity to move forward and grow and change is very strong and abundant in this time, but at the same time, only if we do the work. So it's kind of like, it's a carrot. The carrot is there for us. If we're going to be able to do the work, then the reward is huge at the moment. And it's perhaps a new way of looking at the healing process. If we do the work, we get huge rewards.
Beautiful. And it's about like staying in the heart through that journey. And these next 2 weeks are 2 weeks are really, 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 really strong with this new moon energy. And it's I do feel it's about planting new intentions. So if we do the work, you know, stepping out of the victimhood, stepping out of the, you know, sacred triangle where we could feel also attacked by someone, you know, as you were sharing, you know, disharmonies, discomforts, and also what is going on in the world, you know, as well. Truth are revealing, so the truth has a place here right now, and we have to trust the process. It's all about trusting the process well and going through the journey. And we have, as I said, we have all the support. There's many beautiful people out there, beautiful groups. Yeah, it just feels like this is unfolding for us. It's really exciting time, I feel. And it's just like, as I said, the planting of the clear seeds. So what I'm really bringing here this month, it will actually grow. It's like a pregnancy, you know. So when we are consciously, you know, creating something, want to create something, we're planting the seeds, and then it grows for these 9 months. And there is a beautiful reward. Like for men and women, it's a beautiful baby coming out. And it's the same thing for us as individuals, you know. This is the time to seed your seeds, to plant them, nurture them, work, that the harvest is fruitful, that the harvest is healthy, right? Because we can also attract the opposite, in fact. So it is all about also going from the heart with the positive intentions, getting the help, you know, if you feel stuck and if you feel down, depressed, and don't see the light in the tunnel yet, call up your friends, call up some beautiful healotherapists, go for some beautiful workshop, and, you know, make it happen for yourself. It's a transcending times right now, and we have all the tools available. Imagine 100 years ago, it was so different and difficult. If you think of, and this is our beautiful opportunity for humankind to become more homoluminous and creating something very, very special, as you've been so many times hearing about, with creating the new earth. Yeah, this is happening right now. Here on the earth. Unless you have a ticket somewhere else to different planet, or let us know. But I think this is the moment for us here, for all of us being born on earth, doing that sacred work, connecting with the light and the heart energy. And as we're speaking of, it is a time of, as I said, more ceremony and coming to the heart. And I have this beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous candle to offer. And thank you, Robert, for coming over again from your beautiful place where you are right now, taking the time with us and share your magical wisdom. Where do we find you? How people can connect with you?
You can find me on Facebook, Orion Astrology.
Orion Astrology. So thank you. And thank you again as well. And I will be lighting this candle for all of us in this beautiful world with a new positive intention for this new moon. And if you have a candle handy, or just sit here with us in this moment, we take a moment to center and breathe. And we are welcoming this fire, this beautiful fire, forward, welcoming it forward to burn away anything which is stopping us, burn away old patterns, habits, and just bringing more light, bringing more love, sacred union, transparency, truth, abundance, sweetness, bringing peace, and staying with our fire within. And also the ones who are in the winter time, to don't lose the hope. There is a light, there is a sunshine, there is so much happening right now, positivity. We're bringing the light forward. So imagine that you are the holder of the light, the sacred light, and you're bringing it forward this time. For you, for your family, for your friends, anywhere you are in the world in service to beautiful Mother Earth. We are here all together. And imagine that everybody holds that light, everybody holds it in their hands. We are creating a beautiful community of light keepers, and we all holding it in our hearts, around here, around this beautiful Mother Earth, and the whole universe. And we're welcoming this beautiful fire to burn even stronger and connecting with the fire of the sun, Bridget, beautiful goddess, which is the keeper of the fire as well, bringing life, bringing light and transformation, abundance. Thank you to Sacred Fire. Thank you to you, all of you, who've been joining us. May you continue shine. May your fires continue burn strongly with so much hope and inspiration and love and light for all of us. Thank you. Thank you. I'm wishing you a beautiful new moon journey. Happy spring. Thank you again.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.